7 people have died in storms in southern China and 70 crocodiles are reported to be on the loose. Rainstorms battering southern China have killed at least 7 people and allowed dozens of crocodiles to escape from a farm. Nearby residents were advised to stay at home after more than 70 crocodiles escaped in Maoming, a city near the coast in western Guangdong province, according to Chinese media reports. An emergency official was quoted as saying that 69 adult crocodiles and 6 juveniles had escaped. Some have been captured, but the operation was difficult because of the depth of a lake they are in, the media report said. Further west, 7 people died and 3 are missing after multiple landslides in the city of Yulin in the Guangxi region, the official Xinhua news agency reported late Monday. Heavy rain on Sunday and Monday triggered the landslides. The rain caused flash floods in Hong Kong last week, killing 2 people. Parts of the city were flooded again following a heavy downpour Monday. Puddles of water and debris could still be seen. Hong Kong leader John Lee said the government would set up an emergency assistance fund to help those affected by the floods.
Alright, Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. I'd like to give double honors unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who I learned this truth from. And I'd like to say peace and salutations unto the hopefully elect. And today I just want to go into, that clip, pretty much about that flood that took place in China. So, it's going to be a quick lesson. I'm going to bring out a couple of scriptures. Lord willing, this lesson is edifying and straight to the point. And as you can see, the Lord is still pouring out his judgment, all over the earth. And this is just one of the latest things, that flood that took place there. And then not only did it flood, it said a crocodile farm, pretty much released. Well, it didn't release, but pretty much that flood, pretty much misplaced, 70 crocodiles, so the beasts changed their place. So I'm going to start in the book of 2nd Esdras chapter 5 and verse 8. And it says, "There shall be a confusion also in many places, and the fire shall be oft sent out again, and the wild beasts shall change their places, and menstruous women shall bring forth monsters." And yes, the point I wanted to bring out in this verse is that, the wild beasts shall change their places. And as we can see, that's pretty much taking place now. Pretty much wild animals, are making their way into the cities, instead of being into the wild. But, we know that's due to, deforestation, because Esau Edom is, cutting down the trees, at an extreme rate. And that's, not giving, the animals a place to go. And then they're taking up a lot of the land that usually, wild animals will dwell in, So they're going to be misplaced. So pretty much they have 70 crocodiles, roaming around in China, while this flood is happening. So, someone is bound to get attacked at some point, So I'm going to go to the book of Jeremiah chapter 15 and verse 3. And it says, "And I will appoint over them 4 kinds, saith the Lord, the sword to slay, and the dogs to tear, and the fowls of the heaven, and the beast of the earth to devour and destroy." And yes, pretty much during the time of Jacob's trouble, animals are also going to be attacking people. The Lord is going to put the spirit on these animals to pour out judgment, upon the wicked, which would be, Esau, Edom, these other nations, and the 2/3 of the nation of Israel. But ultimately, this is all a part of, the judgment that the Lord is going to bring upon this earth, So I'm going to go to the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 11 and verse 18. You know what? gonna start at 17. It says, "For thy almighty hand that made the world of matter without form wanted not means to send among them a multitude of bears or fierce lions, or unknown wild beasts full of rage, newly created, breathing out either a fiery vapor or filthy scents of scattered smoke, or shooting horrible sparks out of their eyes, whereof not only the harm might dispatch them at once, but also the terrible sight utterly destroy them." So yes, there's also going to be newly created beasts, and as it says, pretty much they're, going to be shooting sparks out of their eyes, or, they're going to let out a vapor, and then just even the sight of these creatures, are going to have people giving up the ghosts, So again, this is also going to be taking place as well. So I'm going to end it on this. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, also known as Sirach, chapter 28, 39 and 28, Slakia. "There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of their destruction, Slakia, in the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. Fire and hail and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance," is the point. "Teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents, and the sword punishing the wicked to destruction. They shall rejoice in his commandment, and they shall be ready upon earth when need is, and when their time is come, they shall not transgress his word." And yes, pretty much these animals are going to be doing the will of the Lord. Pretty much they're just waiting for the Lord to give them the go to start afflicting judgment and attacking these people out here, save the elect, because the elect, they're going to be at peace, with the beasts of the field. But pretty much, again, the point I wanted to make of this lesson is, the wild beasts are going to change their places, and they're also going to, be used to inflict judgment, in a time to come. So, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. I'd like to give double honors unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who I learned this truth from. And I'd like to say peace and salutations unto the hopefully elect. Till the next time I say Shalom.